Can somebody explain to me what Sanchez is doing in this game? Sanchez has to go. Sanchez has to go. We need a new goalkeeper. Ha! Guys, welcome back to my post-match reaction of Fulham versus Chelsea, which obviously ended in Chelsea winning 3-2. And honestly, I am not impressed with that performance at all. I am not impressed with that performance, especially defensively. We were so bad defensively. Yes, the first goal was scored by João Pedro, and maybe that fear of, wearing the number 9 jersey and not scoring and all the cause or whatever, bad premonitions that we had about that jersey, it shows that João Pedro will still score because he scored another goal that was cancelled out due to offside, right? However, I feel like that game was not in Chelsea's, like they didn't hold onto the ball. Our midfield was as good as dead. Lavia, nothing. Reece James tried. He really tried to be able to dominate both the midfield and the defense, but it was a struggle for him, right? It was a bad struggle for him. And then going up front, I think João Pedro did all right. He did well. At least he scored the first goal and he created an assist, so it's good enough from him. I think maybe the only person that I would say that I was quite impressed about today in this game was Cole Palmer. The Cole Palmer that we saw in this game was definitely the Cole Palmer that we signed, 3 years ago. That first season, who would take players on, run quick with the ball, make the right passes, make the right cross. That is the Cole Palmer that we knew 2 years ago that I saw in this game today. So impressed with him. The goals, the assists, it cannot get any better for our main man, Cole Palmer, to have a goal and an assist on his record in the very first game. Morgan Rogers did all right. I think you can just tell the synergy between him and Cole Palmer, the friendship, the synergy and all that. Obviously, him too also scoring a goal. And I think it even made more sense that it was two of our debutants, Morgan Rogers and Maxime Lacroix, who worked together to get that second goal, right? Because it was Maxime Lacroix that made the pass for Morgan Rogers to score the goal. But yeah, aside from that, is the normal João Pedro Cole Palmer that we saw in the game. But when it came to defending, Jesus. And should I talk about the fact that Sanchez was horrible? Again, let me repeat again. I know you're enjoying the video. Why have you not subscribed? Come on, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and it helps the channel to grow. So please subscribe to the channel, okay? Honestly, if Chelsea is going to win the Premier League this season, we cannot have Robert Sanchez in our goal. We cannot. It was so bad. We cannot have him as our goalkeeper. We cannot rely on him. I was so pissed today. I don't know how a player will not just have confidence in himself. Even when there's no player that is coming at him, he just looks like the ball with him is a problem. He does not know how to keep the ball. The moment he has the ball for a minute, fear. What minute said? The moment he has the ball is a problem. And you can tell that strikers and forwards can sense it, that he's not confident in himself. They can tell that confidence is not there. That is why it's easy for them to just run at him. Look at that chance. That was the name of this Fulham player that he missed. Why did you run out of your post? Why the hell did you run out of your post if it's not for you to try and get the ball? This is the first game, This is the first game. I don't have energy to shout. I do not have energy to shout. The goal is to win the Premier League this season. Nobody is going to come and stress me. Sanchez is going to be the least of my problem. Thank God there's still time. Let us go and get a goalkeeper. We need to get a goalkeeper. Because what is this? And I must also say that Liverpool had a shaky game today, because he was also the person who led to that second Fulham goal. It was really shaking today. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, but he had a shaky game today. Josh Archimpong, I was so impressed. I'm not even surprised, because the last game he played for us in that preseason against AC Milan, you could tell that this boy, if you give him the chance, he will be one of our best center backs. It's somebody that can slot in. And the fact that we didn't even have Fofana due to the red card that he got last season, missing out in this game, obviously it made more sense that Josh Archimpong would, slot right through in. And he had an amazing performance. Is it the runs down the flank? I was so impressed. So impressed with him. And then the players that came on. You see, Chelsea fans have to get this thing right. We need to get the fact that we are booing Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is one of our best players. Last season, yes, we know that he had his own issues from the World Cup leading to this, to the new season. It happened in the last World Cup, where they spoke bad with the video of him and his fellow players. Not only him and his fellow players singing and chanting, and then he came into the season problem. Now it is a case of he wants to leave. And I'm even more pissed at the fact that he himself has not come out to say anything. That is why he's getting me angry. Non-regardless, I still think that the supporters, they should support him, because he's still wearing a Chelsea shirt. He's still wearing a jersey. Because of the booing, he didn't perform when he came on. He came on the 65th minute. He did not do anything. The moment he touched the ball, he wants to release it almost immediately. He didn't do anything. And some fans want to say, oh, he didn't perform. Of course he's not going to perform. Although at some point I was hearing the fans chanting, oh, Enzo Fernandez. But it's too late. It's too late. If they want to sell him, let them sell him. Well, we are hearing that Man City wants to pay 140 million pounds now. Good for our pockets if they are going to pay. But if they want to buy him, let them buy him and let him go. Let's know those that are remaining. Let's know the players that we have. Because at this point, it's really getting frustrating. Every other player, I've talked about João Pedro, he had a very good game. He scored and assisted. Kopama the same. Morgan Rogers also scored a very good debut for him and Lacroix. Liverpool, I wasn't impressed. Sanchez, it needs to leave. We need a new goalkeeper. Honestly, we need a new goalkeeper, an experienced goalkeeper. We can't have him at the back. We cannot, if we want to really win this Premier League. When you look at Arsenal play, the reason why they are so confident going forward, the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba and even these other players, when they go for this, because they know that they have a very good, confident goalkeeper in David Raya. It's not going to put them under pressure. Okay, they've lost position, let them start running back. But that is what happens with our defenders. They're always running back because they don't even trust Sanchez himself. They don't. And he himself does not even exude confidence. We need to change him. Reece James, his game was 50%. I wasn't really impressed, but he did all right at some point. Again, Lavia was okay, maybe apart from the early yellow card he picked up, which they still need to work on, because we already have like 3 players on yellow card already in the first game, for Christ's sake. Again, honestly, this is the first game. I don't have energy. I don't have the energy for all this nonsense that they are doing. The good thing is 3 points, right? 3 points for us. Hopefully, we can continue with the 3 points. But this conceding, where we are scoring 50 goals, we are conceding 49 or we are conceding 45. We cannot do that this season if we want to win the Premier League. We cannot do it if we want to win the Premier League, because it doesn't make any sense. That's my thought on the game. Let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Ensure to put on your post notification button to get our latest video when they drop. And you know what? Follow us on all our social media platforms at _officialFSH. Or you can follow me on my personal platforms at Fehintola_sport. Well, the result is in, and I'm not impressed about it. Even though we won the game, we can do better next time. Until the next game is played, enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.